G'day everyone, Raid0AU and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever in the America campaign, and we are up to mission 6 of 7, so let's jump right in and see what we've got ahead of us.
They're calling it the Great Depression. The whole country is groaning under this huge economic crisis, under poverty and unemployment. The entire country? No sirree, Bob. In the Gulf region of the sunny South, black gold is bubbling incessantly out of the earth and is protecting the people from hardship. Well, at least those lucky enough to be sitting directly on top of an oil well. High time we became active in the crude oil industry ourselves. Oil is the best lubricant for our operations.
Alright, so all about oil in this one. So let's jump in and we will, or I will, see you when it loads.
It's the 30s on the Gulf of Mexico. The Great Depression still hasn't passed, and we need to prevent President Franklin D. Roosevelt from plunging our beautiful country into socialist ruin. Let's prove that private ownership of production facilities still generates the most wealth, and that a self-regulating market is still the best way to go. Let's save capitalism. Extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. Let's expand our area of operation. Let's become part of the oil industry ourselves and invest our profits in even more oil for the good of the country. This crisis is our opportunity.
Alright, so looks like we're dealing with a lot of oil here. We've got a lot of oil wells around, so let's just get rid of that for a moment. Have a look around the map. So we've got quite a few oil wells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's also a bit of a platform down here as well. But there's only one processing plant, and that's here. So we're going to need to funnel everything down into here, and then spread everything out again. So just thinking how we're gonna, what's the best way of doing this? First of all, let's have a look at our metals. So we need to finish the mission before 1955. It's 1930, so 25 years. Investment for the good of the economic upswing. Make sure your wealth never exceeds 75 million. So we're going to have to be spending quite a bit of money, I think, hopefully. Oil baron. Process crude oil from all the wells located on the land. So that's the 9 that are here. Like lightning. Ensure the journey along the Houston-New Orleans route takes a maximum of 5 minutes. Okay. And import at least 6,000 goods via the port in Houston. Alright. So, best way for us to do this, I wonder. Well, first things first, we're going to need to deliver everything here. That's where everything's going to come to. We do have this rail line. Am I going to make use of that rail line? Probably not to transport stuff from here to here. Probably just use trucks for that. It's not very long. I might use that to transport goods out to various people. We'll have a think about that. So basically the main thing is we need to get oil coming here. So, and we're dealing with decent distances here, or long distances, so the main thing is we're going to be using trains for this. We have freight station now. I reckon this is one line out here, just a single line going out there. We could probably, do we want to double it? Probably not, just a single line out there. I reckon that's a line up there. And then I reckon that's a line there. So I think we're looking at 4 lines and then this one here. So we're going to be looking at 4 lines coming in to here. So for that, I'm going to make 4 tracks available at the station. Don't necessarily need to do that. We can, there are other ways of doing it, but I'm just thinking that's just going to be easier to separate them all. And then we just join that up there, and that should connect to that. Okay, so first things first, and we're probably not going to be using electricity. We'll just curl this one out. That one goes there. That one's going to go up there. This one's going to go up here. And this one is going to go a bit further out there. Alright. So that just gives us our starting point. And I think what we'll do is we'll start off with San Antonio, the ones out here. So first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a station out here. I'm just going to let it run a little bit. So that can actually just join up there because it doesn't need to do anything else except connect that. Except I didn't really want that to be too. Let's just pause it again. Didn't really want that to be a 2 track, but that's a mistake on my part. And we want just a single track, but this one we want it to be a through port, and can probably just go there, and then we should be able to just join that up. That's a bit of a curve, but doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we just need to start joining these up. So I've put four lines in here. Definitely doesn't need 4 lines, and that was a bit of a waste of money, but I'm just going to do it in short segments. I'm not going to be overboard with it, but just short segments so that it can adapt to the terrain a bit better than doing just one big long one. We've got a decent amount of money to deal with. We start off with 30. Probably there. It's just a bit of a... you know what? We'll take it. Alright, and then this one needs to start coming over here. 27. Whew. We'll start leading this one up here. Not too bothered about the money side of things, as long as it's not ridiculously expensive. then I'm not too bothered. Alright, I'm going to bring this one over here. Okay, so that's our first line. Now we need to put a depot in, which can in there. Now the other thing we're going to need to do is once the oil has been delivered here, we need to then be delivering it down here. And then we probably also want join that road up there, because we probably also then want to deliver some goods up into here, and goods generally go to the commercial districts. So have a look here. Yeah, so we'll just use some should be able to just put a passenger stop in here to do this. Yep, that covers all of them. There we go. Alright, so up here we then want a freight station, and I'm going to put a large truck station in here. Because if we get everything cranking, then there's going to be a lot of stuff stored here. And then we can put our depot in. Alright. So let's have a look and see. We'll start the thing now.
We've gotten our hands on a few decent plots. Not that the land is much to look at, it's what lies beneath that we're particularly interested in. We'll pump the crude oil reserves slumbering underground to the surface, process it into fuel, and transport it overseas from the port in Houston. Additionally, there's another lucrative business we can get involved in at the port. Goods from all over the world are just waiting for a forwarding agent to bring them to the people. We know all about that.
Alright, so basically what we can do is we need to export fuel, but basically there's also the goods that are coming in. We can deliver those out to the various places. So in fact what we'll probably do is, while we're at it, come along with our road. I just want to put a bus stop in each place. Whoops. Oh well. No, you know what? Let's bulldoze that. Accidentally clicked the mouse. There we go. And New Orleans. What's the best place? There. Yeah, I reckon that gathers most of it. There. 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 Alright. Jackson. And really, I'm just doing this because I'm preempting that we're probably going to need to. Might be a good way to earn money is deliver some of these goods. All right, that one. Go there and there. Alright, so that gives us a stop in each town. Now, first thing we're going to want to do is each of these you'll see each of these has a...
This is where the black gold lies. Very kind of the dinosaurs that they have the good grace to die out and transform themselves into... Our business is developing splendidly. The stupid thing is that you never know in advance just how much crude oil there is in one place. You need to drill first, and that is terribly expensive. A company in Beaumont has developed a method of reliably predicting how much crude oil can be pumped from one area and whether drilling is worthwhile at all. We could purchase a license to use the said technology, but it's not exactly cheap.
Alright, so we can spend 15 million of our 28.6 million, and that will reveal how much is in each of these wells. Or we can drill at each individual one, and that's going to cost us 3 million each, and there's 9 of them, so that's 27 million. So I think it's a no-brainer, really. I think we've just purchased the patent. Here we go. So what that now does is it opens up.
This is where the black gold lies. Very kind of the dinosaurs that they have the good grace to die out and transform themselves into crude oil. Shall we start pumping? You better believe it.
Alright, so basically what it does, we still need to drill. So it's 15 million that we've spent, but what it does is it tells us which ones have the best. So what we're looking at here, San Antonio, there's 1,000 at drill well 2. So this one here.
This is where the black gold lies. Very kind of the dinosaurs that they have the good grace to die out and transform themselves. Black gold is bubbling away here already. Hopefully we'll never run out. Otherwise, we'll probably have to breed new dinosaurs and then wait an eternity until they've transformed into crude oil.
Alright, so that opens that one up. And what we can do is now we just want to put our train out. Let's buy a train. And on that one, let's have a look. The Mogul's only 75 k's an hour. I think we'll just stick with an Atlantic at the moment. Set line. Right. And what we want is we want the tank cars. And then instead of automatic, I'm just going to set it to crude oil because that's all it's going to be carrying. And probably put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably put... Do I just want 6 on there? Probably put 6 on there for the moment. Okay, set line, new line. We want it to come all the way up here and then bring it down here. And this one can be the San Antonio whole line. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll just let that run just on normal speed. We'll just let that start its run out. Here it comes. Okay. Now the next thing we probably want to do is, we've still got a little bit of time before this starts delivering anything down here. We should have some oil starting to be produced up here. It should start to appear there before too long. Alright, but what we can do is buy some road vehicles. We'll go with the ACs, the Mac ACs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We'll do 8 of those. Set line, new line. And we want that to go from the truck stop down here at the, you see we've got a train station, a harbour and a truck stop. I want it to go from Houston Harbour into Houston. And this can be the Houston goods. Houston goods transport. Oops, we'll put a capital H in there just to make it decent. Alright, so those trucks are on their way. And in fact, what we can also do, what I'll do here is... Actually, before I do that, what I'm going to... Is that joining up? Yeah. Yeah, that joins up. We can take some out to San Antonio as well. Road vehicles, Mac ACs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. New line. We want this to go from Houston Harbour out to San Antonio. And this can be the San Antonio goods line. San Antonio goods, that'll do. We should have we got some, yeah, so we got some oil waiting here. We've got 16. That's good. Alright, so we've got one lot doing the goods. You see here we've already got goods waiting for Houston. By the time these get there, we should have some goods waiting for San Antonio. And then we'll do another one of those. Mac AC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set line, new line. And it goes from Houston Harbour out to, can't remember the name of that place, but anyway, Maple Street, wherever that is. What is this place? Beaumont. There you go. Alright, bring up these. Line 1. Beaumont. Goods. It's good. Alright. So we've got trucks slowly. So you see here now we've got some building up for San Antonio, some for Houston. And we'll start to see some for Beaumont. And I reckon we do a couple more of these. Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set line, new line. This can go from Houston Harbour to Lake Charles. is the Lake Charles goods. Okay. It's our train. Right, so train's on its way back. $19 on it, not a huge amount. And then we do, let's do one more of these. Get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set line, new line, Houston Harbour, Dallas. Yep. So this is the Dallas goods. Bus stop and train station. Why has they got train station in there? Alright, remove that one then. Let's zoom in a bit. Maybe accidentally... that's better. Gotta check the other lines and make sure that... let's have a look. Truck terminal. Truck terminal. Truck terminal. Truck terminal. Truck terminal. Right, they're all good for the truck terminal. Alright, so train's coming in now. We'll start to get some fuel being produced. In fact, all of these can be turned around. Whoops. You turn around. You turn around. You know. Alright, so train's off again. How many we got waiting here now? 22, so that's okay. That's slowly building up. But now what we want is, because this will start some production here, we want to buy road vehicles, Mac AC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to start with 10 on this one. Set line, new line. We want it to go from here, Houston Central, to truck terminal. And this one is the Houston Harbour fuel. Okay. So why are they going in there? Let's have a look. That's odd. They shouldn't be going up in there. So this will start to now dump fuel in here. Yeah, there we go. We got fuel being dumped in there now, and that will then start to be delivered. see. Yeah, it's got 8 of 8 fuel. Alright. So now what we need to do is we really just need to run it through and let it build up a little bit of money for us, so we can then start opening up some of these other lines. We can start building them, start building the lines out. So we want one up to the Dallas ones, and we want, this is probably a good one up here because this is going to cover 3 of them. So we want a line to go there. So that might be the next one that we do, but that'll be in the next episode. So we've got goods being delivered to most places now. So we've got goods going to San Antonio, Beaumont, Lake Charles. We haven't got any over this side yet, and to Dallas. And so far the only oil that we're dealing with at the moment is this one here. So Dallas Oil Well 3, which was Dallas Oil Well 3? That one there. That's got 2,000 in it. Lake Charles Oil Well. The Oil Well. It's only got 500 in it, that one. Beaumont Oil Well, only 500 in that one. So this is the main one up here that we want to be dealing with. Dallas Oil Well 2. It's got 2,000 in it. So that's the main one we want to deal with to start off with. We want to make sure that we're going through these, past these ones, and putting a station at them so that we can deal with them as time goes on. Lake Charles number 2. That's got 1,000, so that one's a decent one. Jackson, 1,000 in that one. So there's 1,000 in each of these. Now this thing down here, I don't know about. So we might have a look at that at the beginning of next episode as well. And so far, most of our lines will not be doing much at the moment. Yeah, making a little bit of money on the Houston transport, goods transport. That's because it's only going from here to here, so it's a very short distance. But we should start to see some fuel getting delivered now. There we go. We've got some fuel on that one. It's a bit of a line up down here, but there's not a lot we can do about that. We can't upgrade this. There's not enough room the way this is set up here. And you can see here that we've got goods waiting to go to all areas at the moment. San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Beaumont. See, but we just cannot upgrade it. If we try to upgrade it, we get terrain alignment collision. So there is a bit of a log jam here. So it might well be worth utilising this train line and maybe putting a train line through Beaumont, Lake Charles, New Orleans, to Jackson to deliver goods. That might be an option as well. Instead of relying on trucks for Beaumont and stuff like that, because I don't think they're carrying any... we got some goods on there, so that's okay. That's okay. But there is quite a log jam down here, so... And if we can move some of this off into here, just reduce, and that'll reduce the number of trucks that we have to have waiting here. It might be the idea. Alright, but we'll have a look at that in the next episode, guys. So, hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm Raid Zero AU, signing out.